You're not tired of your life. You're tired of your mind. Your life might look fine from the outside, so why does it feel so empty inside? Ethan did everything right. He had the kind of life people quietly wished for. A clean apartment with sunlight pouring through the windows, a stable job that paid well, a routine that looked disciplined and admirable from the outside. If someone saw his life on paper, they would say he had figured it out. But something felt off. Every morning, Ethan woke up tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep could fix, but something deeper, a heaviness, a quiet resistance to the day ahead. He followed all the advice: wake up early, exercise, eat clean, stay focused. He did everything he was supposed to do, but the more he tried to optimize his life, the less alive it started to feel. Even the things he once loved slowly began to lose their color. Music felt like noise. Work felt like weight. Rest didn't feel like rest anymore. It felt like he was constantly running, but going nowhere. He wasn't failing. That was the strange part. He was doing fine, better than fine, and yet he felt like he was disappearing inside his own life. So his mind searched for an answer. Maybe it was the city, maybe it was the job, maybe it was the path he had chosen. The thought grew slowly, but it became louder every day. Maybe this life is the problem. One evening, after another long, heavy day, Ethan made a quiet decision. He would leave. Not just his job, but everything. A new place, a new start, a new version of himself. With that thought sitting in his chest, he walked toward the old signal tower on the hill. It was a place people rarely visited anymore. Quiet, windy, forgotten. He just wanted to see the view one last time. When he stepped inside, he noticed someone there. An old woman, calmly cleaning a lantern. She didn't seem surprised to see him. "I'm leaving," Ethan said, his voice heavier than he expected. "This life isn't working." The woman didn't react. She simply lifted the lantern slightly and pointed toward the flame inside. It was small, weak, barely holding on. "The lamp isn't broken," she said softly. Ethan frowned. "It just can't breathe." He looked closer. The glass was clean, the oil looked fresh, everything seemed fine, and yet the flame struggled. Ethan exhaled sharply. "I don't need a metaphor," he said. "I'm exhausted." His voice cracked slightly, like something inside him was finally surfacing. "I wake up tired, I go through the day tired, I go to sleep tired. If my life is okay, why does it feel like I'm suffocating?" The words hung in the air. For a moment, there was only silence. Then the woman struck a match. A warm, steady glow filled the space between them. She adjusted the lantern gently, clearing a thin layer of dust from its vents. Almost instantly, the flame grew stronger, brighter, steadier. "Because you're trying to fix the lamp when the vents are clogged." Ethan stood still. "You filled your mind with too much," she continued. "Too many expectations, too much pressure, too much constant doing. You've mistaken movement for meaning." The words landed quietly, but deeply. "You don't need a new life," she said. "You need space to breathe inside the one you already have." Ethan didn't respond. Something inside him had gone completely still. Not empty, but clear. For the first time in a long time, he wasn't trying to fix anything. He just stood there, listening. And slowly, he realized something he had been avoiding for years. Nothing was actually wrong with his life. He had just filled every moment of it with noise, plans, expectations, endless self-improvement. He had turned his life into something that constantly needed to be optimized, measured, improved, fixed. And somewhere along the way, he had stopped living it. That night, Ethan didn't leave the city. He didn't book a ticket. He didn't make a dramatic change. Instead, he went home. He sat by the window, and for the first time in years, he did something that felt almost unfamiliar. Nothing. No phone, no plan, no goal. Just sitting there, watching the world move without him trying to control it. The sound of distant traffic, the soft movement of the wind, a single drop of rain sliding down the glass. It felt strange at first, unproductive, pointless, but slowly that tight feeling in his chest began to loosen. The next morning, nothing had changed. Same apartment, same job, same routine waiting for him, but something inside him was different. He opened the window and let the cool air fill the room. He stood there for a moment, not rushing, not thinking ahead, just breathing. Later, when he sat down to work, it still felt a little heavy. The colors weren't fully back, but they weren't completely gone either. There was space now, and in that space, something quiet began to return. Not motivation, not excitement, just presence. And for the first time in a long time, Ethan didn't feel like he was suffocating anymore. He wasn't trying to escape his life. He was finally inside it, breathing. Your life isn't the problem. Your mind just needs space to breathe.